Hey, what's up, survivors? Welcome back for another episode on NobTube. Today, you'll be joining my Tribemates and I on our adventure to get to Green Obelisk. We had been planning to get to this location for probably about a month before the DLC even launched. It was a lot of planning and preparation, and we are a very experienced tribe, so stick with me on this adventure and I will show you basically what we did in the short form. Please keep in mind that the actual footage was around 4 hours long of footage to go through, so I might actually miss a few key points, but I'm going to do my best here to explain in great detail what exactly we did. So if anybody else is planning on joining Scorched Earth or is maybe new to Ark and wants to test the waters, this video might help you out. Alright, so if you've been watching thus far, basically right in the beginning is an absolute massacre show. You're gonna die a whole lot. I did cut out all the deaths. I do have a separate video for that, but focusing on what happened. So right out the gate, I just basically focused on gathering materials and gathering levels. The more levels I have, the more levels I put into Fortitude, which is going to allow me to stay alive just that little bit longer, hopefully, when it comes to the heat. As you can see, our main goal was to get to Green Obelisk, but we did have a secondary goal to actually meet up and help each other get there. Luckily enough, me and Dandalf actually were very close to one another within the first 20 minutes of being in the map. We did manage to get the tribe ready, at least the name and every little bit like that. And luckily enough, we managed to meet up and I invited her to the tribe right away. As I said in the beginning, you're gonna die a heck of a lot. By this point, me and Dandalf had separated and died so many times we didn't know where we were. All I knew was I had to stay in line with the goal to get to the Green Obelisk. On arrival, my goal instantly became, okay, I need to get a house built. If I don't get a house built and I don't get a bed, we can't respawn. We're just going to keep being scattered. So that is the next goal on our list. By this point, I was actually a little spooked when I got to Green Ob and started building because there was a thylacoleo not even about 10 feet away from me where I was building this little thatch hut, and I was so worried that it was just gonna get destroyed. So I was trying to get this done as quick as possible and hoping that I wasn't gonna die. And then guess what, survivors? I ended up dying. That Thyla got to me as quick as he could. But rejoice, the goal became, let's make a bed. If we make a bed, we can constantly respawn. And I made it to Green Obelisk once, I can do it again! Then the sandstorm hit. This was actually the first time I've seen the sandstorm on Scorched Earth in Ark Ascended, and let me tell you, it was a little intimidating the first time, but also pretty beautiful to see that wall of sand literally come flying for your face. For the most part, playing on Scorched Earth, I'd really recommend you do not run at all. You will actually lose a lot of stamina, you're going to lose your health very quickly, you're going to lose your water very quickly, and in this case, with the sandstorm, there's an added effect where you lose your stamina right to zero. You can't run regardless. This becomes a very unpleasant situation when dinosaurs decide to chase you. You have no stamina, you can't run, you can't outrun them, and then you also can't fight. At this point in the night, my good friend IceHawk and leader here on Scorched Earth had created a bed, and he died not too far from my location, and right after the sandstorm passed, I happened to stumble across his dead body. And before his body was even cold, I snatched everything he had, including the bed, because that's what Tribemates do. As you're watching here, up to the point of the bed retrieval, I'm just going around picking berries. I'm trying to sustain life while I can because I know I'm actually really close to Green Obelisk again. It had been, I want to say, another about 5 times that I had died in the meantime trying to get back to my little thatch hut. The only thing, the only piece we were missing was that bed. Around this time, I knew we were so close to our goal. Just so close. We had the bed, we had foundations down. It just had a 100-meter sprint to get to the point so we can all respawn. On a fresh server, you should have some of these goals. Basically, gather your tribe mates, get to the location you want to go to. In this case, we chose our location based on all the rich mineral resources around us. We have metal, we have salt, we have oil, everything that we need for the sustainability here on Scorched Earth is right around us. Not only that, we can transfer from the obelisk whenever we feel free to. Essentially, when we chose our location, we were really thinking about the end game. In the end, we knew we were going to be breeding wyverns, so that's why we chose an obelisk. The best advice I have for you with this game is to stay headstrong. You're gonna die. It's a mental tug of war. You're constantly dying, respawning. Just don't give up. Even as an experienced tribe, it still took us probably about an hour to get to the location we were going for. I really see how it can be discouraging for some folks. Along our journey, we've seen so many survivors out there foundationing and pillaring whatever they can. This could be very, very discouraging if you're trying to get to a specific location and it's already pillared. So it's good to have a few backup plans. Our main goal was Green Obelisk, but you know what? If we didn't make it to Green Obelisk, we did have backups. We were gonna do another location not far from there, a little bit up into the mountains, or we were just gonna change our sites and go to Red Obelisk instead. It's not bad to have a backup plan. This next bit was a little bit of nostalgia for me. I actually played Scorched Earth when it had first come out on Survival Evolved, and I really just wanted to take in the scenery. I wanted to re-experience the sand. I wanted to go out there, and it might be a little cliched, but it was beautiful. It felt peaceful. I just went out for a little stroll. There's nothing like going into a fresh server, and I feel like a lot of people understand what I mean when I say that. It's like a fresh start. And yeah, it's gonna be absolutely chaotic. Everybody is rushing to the locations they want to get to. You might be butting heads with people, but just slow down. Slow down, take your time, you'll get there. Basically, from here on out, you just play the game. You got your house, you got a bed, now you just go out there and tame, friends. Just to poke a little fun at my other tribe mates, MangyCarl, EvilJ, and Max. The poor fellas, this is probably what their screen looked like the whole time. And I can imagine the frustration on a lot of people on a day one server. This is what it's like. It's impossible to get in. As soon as we heard that the servers were open, oh snap, did me, Dandalf, and IceHawk ever get our downloads started immediately, and we're very lucky to have to avoid this. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I really hope that there are some things in here that you can take away and use in your own adventures. I'm planning on doing a video very shortly to showcase how to start a survivor from scratch and really get into the nitty-gritty of, you know, basics. In the meantime, be sure to check out my channel and look at this video here. This is actually all the deaths that I have excluded from this video, just to show you a little bit of a blooper reel. You're gonna die. It's Scorched Earth. Welcome to the desert.